Hello everyone, Mystering here with some more Demon Bluff. This baker was a baker. Well, I bet he's a puppet now. Or she's a puppet now. Alright, well we can't have two Slayers, so yeah, I was guessing that the other one was probably a puppeteer. Okay. Well, one is good. The Bombardier has to be good because the demon will never disguise an outcast. Okay. Well, evils are not adjacent is definitely false. If I kill 8... Oh, okay. So 8's lying. The only corruption is the drunk. Okay. 8 is good. And 6 was wrong. Cool. Both the knitters were wrong. Alright, so 9's a wretch. Cool. There is no corruption since we can't have a drunk in this case. Okay. Lover thinks the Empress is good. Closest evil is equidistant. Okay, so the Enlightened thinks that 5 is good and 6 is evil. Yeah, there's no way that... There's just not enough space if 3 is good. Yeah, like that. Alright, well, 4 is not the puppet because she's not saying, I'm dizzy. Oh, okay. In my head, this bishop was pointing at 2 and the wretch. So it's like, oh, 2 is good then. But yeah, so 2 is evil and 7 is good. Which means this lover is truthful. I got mixed up for a moment thinking that the lover and the Empress were, like, accusing each other. Nope, that's not a wretch. I mean, it is, but it's also not. Okay. Bishop is telling the truth. Bishop number 7 is for sure telling the truth. Oh, 7 is the evil, 5 is the outcast, and 3 is the villager, who is probably good? Well, actually, we cannot have duplicates. Well, okay, 3 is good, but I think 3 might be corrupted. Here's why. The 7 is definitely good and truthful. Oh my goodness. In my head, for whatever reason, I thought the wretch was part of 7's statement. The wretch is part of 4's statement. Okay. But yeah, so this bishop is telling the truth because the bishop is including 5. I think 7 is the doppelganger. Yeah, so 7's telling the truth and 4 is telling the truth. Okay. Okay, so 6 is the minion, and then one of these two is an outcast. Okay. And it's probably 7. If it was not... Yeah, if 7 was not the outcast and it was instead 2, and 7's just a villager, then 7's the villager, 5 is one or the other. Wait, no. If 7... yeah, if 2 or 7 is an outcast, then 5 is fake. So 3 and 7 contain an outcast. And 2 cannot be the outcast in this case because Yeah, there would have to be another outcast among 3, 5, and 7. So 2, 6, and then one of these are the 3 outcasts. We only have 2. So 2 cannot be an outcast. So that means 7 is the outcast. And 2 is just a villager. So 7's an outcast. That means 5 is fake. And this oracle doesn't know what she's talking about. Well, that, or she's just a big liar. Okay. Number 2 is good. We have 2 outcasts, so potentially trying to use the druid to find the doppelganger or drunk is worth considering. What does this jester think about these guys? Alright, jester's telling the truth. 2 of them are evil and 1 of them is Lilith's victim. Hunter thinks that Knitter is evil. Knitter... Well, Knitter thinks that either the architect or the hunter is evil. If one is evil, then 1 is telling the truth, since it's 2 evils on the right and 1 on the left. So it has to be one of these. Alright. And I got it in 1. Okay. Well, I've identified all of the outcasts, because there's only 1. Okay, 1 thinks 5 is good. Okay. Okay, do I have any duplicates? Poet, Gemcrafter, Knitter, Slayer, Enlightened Empress. Okay, those are all different. Okay, I mean, if there was a duplicate, it would be much easier to find the poisoner. I feel like I should start... Okay, closest evil is counterclockwise, according to this Enlightened. Meaning that 5 would be good, and 3 would be evil. Okay. So if the Enlightened is good, then the Slayer is evil. Well, unless the Enlightened is corrupted. Yeah, what if 5 is evil, 4 is corrupted, and then what? Well, then this Gemcrafter's lying, and I guess that's possible, right? So I'm trying to figure out if it's safe for me to use the Slayer on the Enlightened. Like, basically, if the Enlightened is good, does 4 have to be evil? And it looks like the answer is no. I'm gonna do it anyway. Nope. Okay. And then 4 is corrupted. It's exactly what I thought. And there's no way 1 can be lying and good. Alright, no witch, no Lilith. We can just click everyone. Well, we do have a doppelganger. Druid, Poet, Hunter, Dreamer, Scout, Slayer. Okay. So that's a doppelganger pair. One of them has to be truth. Oh, there's 3 of these guys. Okay, let's just kill them all. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, so 3 is corrupted. Okay. I don't know why I thought it would be sensible to kill, like, 2 out of these 3. Or, you know, all of them to kill 2 out of them. Okay, whatever. Doppelganger is truthful. He's 2 away from corrupted. Has to be number 3. So number 3 is corrupted, which means 2 is evil, and 4 has to be evil as well. And then what? Alright, Dreamer's good. The Druid cannot be corrupted, so yeah, get out of here. Okay. Yeah, 4 is not a puppeteer. Okay. Hmm. Oh, evil or not adjacent. Let's just kill this knitter because she's lying. Okay. Well, 1 is lying and therefore has to be an evil, and then 8 is the puppet. 2 is a real hunter. Yep. Poet is telling the truth. I guess that means the architects are the doppelganger pair. Left side is more evil, and 6 is the last one. Alright. Hunter is a big liar. Cool. That was easy. Yeah, I'm wondering, like... Oh, 9 is definitely not good. Oh, that was a short round. But yeah, I was wondering if 5 was corrupted or evil. I was like, okay, Slayer didn't kill her, so probably corrupted. Okay. Alright, Poet's telling the truth. 2 is the minion, and 8 is the villager. I don't know about this confessor, though. Cool. 8 cannot be next to a Pupka, so 8's telling the truth. This oracle is not telling the truth. This jester is telling the truth. And this is leading me to believe, well, there's no room for a Pupka at this point. If this alchemist did not actually cure anyone. Alright, truthful bishop. Let's kill this confessor and see what happens. Alright. 5 is evil, 1 is corrupted. Good job. That's the power of the Plague Doctor when you're against a solo Puka. It is possible this alchemist cured 2 people. Let's see if it's corrupted, though. 4 is evil, 9 is corrupted. Wow. So 9 is corrupted. I think 10 is probably evil. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we got a truthful hunter. We have a not truthful baker. 1 pair of evil. I think that has to be true, actually. 3 or 7 is, in fact, a chancellor. And we're out of here. Alright, Oracle is accusing 2 knights. That's pretty funny. Wait, we have a shaman. Okay, judge, fortune teller, lover, oracle. Those are all different. So the shaman pair actually just has to be the 2 knights. So this oracle is a big stinky liar. Alright, what does this plague doctor think? Alright. Oh, there were 2... There was 1 outcast. Okay, cool. And there were 2 outcast claims. 2 evils adjacent. Alright, get out of my game. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, truthful judge. Good job. Yeah, we have 2 outcasts. Do we have a potential doppelganger? Yes, if one of these, if the real architect is corrupted. Let's see what this jester thinks about these 3. 2 evils? Nah, too many. So not adjacent. Alright, is she corrupted? Nope. Cool. I guess with only 1 person able to be corrupted, would have been fine if I guessed wrong and killed somebody who was corrupted. Alright, 1 or 4, 1 or 6. These cannot both be good. So one of them is lying. One or both. And that means one has to be good. Hunter is 4 away from closest evil. Not corrupted. Okay. Confessor's probably corrupted. Yeah, this works out if 6 is the minion. Oh. Okay, well this oracle is also wrong then. I think there's no room left, you know, for a corrupted villager to be there. Okay. Oh, this hunter is definitely not 2 away from closest evil. Well, we got a pair of good alchemists and a pair of good confessors. So I guess those are the shaman and doppelganger pairs. Let's see what the druid thinks. Okay, druid's telling the truth. So hunter is not, and neither is the slayer. Okay. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Let's have the Slayer try to kill 8. It would be very funny if he succeeded. Alright, well, I don't trust this Slayer anymore. Okay, fine. 8 is not evil. Oh, man. If I threw my endless run off of that, that would be a big bummer. Well, at least we know 8 is good. Okay, if this enlightened is good, then I guess it's these two. If she's truthful. What about this scout? What if the scout is truthful? Then, what is it, something like this? That's not possible. Well, okay, if 3 is evil, then 2 must be evil. And, then I guess 6 is Plague Doctor corrupted. Let's just see if 6 is... Okay. So 8 is, 8 is good. So 8 must be the drunk. Yeah, that's the only way 8 could be corrupted. Alright. Closest evil is counterclockwise, is impossible now. Yeah, now that I didn't know that earlier because I didn't know the Plague Doctor was evil. Anyway, 6 is clearly not corrupted and not evil. So the Ba has to be one of these two. Those are the spaces that are 2 away from closest evil. The one on the right cannot be evil. So it has to be the one on the left. Fake lover? Fake baker, I guess, is what I meant to say. Also, 3 is not telling the truth. Alright, original baker, truthful judge. And we got a Lilith. That's fun. No evils adjacent. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, very lucky of us to get a kill on the Lilith before the, you know, oh yeah, before her first kill. No, I don't believe this enlightened. Yeah, I got him. Yeah, original baker is not a puppet. If the baker turned into a puppet, she would say, I was a baker. 7 was affected by an evil. Okay, so it could be corrupted, could be turned into a puppet. Anyway, lover claims that the witness is good. Both sides are equally evil. So that'd be, I guess 2 evils on the left, 2 evils on the right, and 1 in the middle. Well, the middle is evil since we only have 1 outcast, and that's the wretch. Okay. I don't know. Jester says 0 evils among these guys. Alright, Jester's a big liar, and the architect is a big puppet. Alright, Knitter's probably just corrupted. Oh, Knitter is definitely just corrupted, since 2 is evil and 3 and 7 are not. Alright, I think this just means that 6 is evil. Yeah, 4 was correct about 7 being corrupted by an evil in this case. Alright, I clicked before the cards all shuffled and got that to happen. Okay, oh, 7 is evil, 7 is corrupted, and this knight must be a shaman. Oh, 3 cured 2. Good job, 3. Yeah, because 2 is clearly not corrupted. That or, doppelganger. 2 is a doppelganger, and then 3 would have to be a real alchemist anyway. And it would have to have cured somebody. Okay. Yeah, so the 2 knights were good, the 2 alchemists were good, the oracle was good, so it was just the poet and the slayer. And in that case, you always just have the option of using the slayer to try to kill the other person. Okay, shaman is 3 away, Ba is 1 away. Okay, well suppose that that number 6 was telling the truth. Then it could be like that. Yeah, shaman is number 7, and then it's 3 and 4. Or it could be like this. I think, yeah, those are the only possibilities if 6 is telling the truth. We do not have a doppelganger or drunk. Okay, suppose this hunter is telling the truth. He's 2 cards away from closest to evil, so it would be one of these. These would be good. And I don't know. I guess 1 I think would have to be a real medium in this case. If 1 was a drunk, 2 would be evil. Okay, that's possible. And if... Wait, so if 1 is a drunk, then 2 would be evil. And then 3 would be lying. Okay. So that's possible, and then the scout is telling the truth. And the other scout is, I guess, corrupted, and that's not possible. So in this case, in this hypothetical, 1 cannot be the drunk. What if 1 is the doppelganger? Well, then 2 would have to be real, but would have to be corrupted, and that's not possible. So I think 1 just has to be a regular medium, and then 3 and 1 are good, 2 is good, and then it just has to be 6 and 5, which I guess results in 5 being truthful. I think this all makes it impossible for this hunter to be truthful. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if he could be like corrupted. I guess the drunk. But you know, drunk could just be could just be killed and it's fine. But yeah, there was no way this shaman 3-away statement was true after I found that the wretch and the bot were very far away from each other. So 2 or 3 evil, that is true according to what's her face. What about 4 cannot be evil, so we'll just do 4 and 5. Okay, fortune teller is truthful. The only corruption would be if there's a plague doctor. Okay. Let's just kill 3 and see what happens. Alright. Anyways, fortune teller is truthful. This bishop is good. Could the bishop be corrupted by a plague doctor? No. Since 3 is actually evil. Wait, so 3 is the minion, 4 is the villager, and 10 is the outcast. So 10 has to be a plague doctor, which is kind of obnoxious, but what can you do? Well, hopefully this alchemist is just telling the truth. 6 is not a real poet, or 9 is whatever. 9 is not a real poet. An alchemist. Another alchemist died. That's funny. Okay, that has to be a doppelganger pair. What am I talking about? 8 and 1 are possibly a doppelganger pair. What does this druid think? Druid thinks doppelganger, which, I guess that has to be true then, since, if there was no doppelganger, it would just be a bombardier. And druid would say either bombardier or no outcasts. So I think the druid has to be truthful, and both these alchemists have to be good. 1 cannot be corrupted because 1 is not next to a poisoner, and 1 clearly cannot be a drunk. Okay. Let's just check the fortune teller. Fortune teller is a big liar. Dreamer is a big liar. And... okay, this implies that 2 has to be a big liar. Awesome. We got an original baker. I forgot to use the dreamer. And this fortune teller is a big liar. Okay. Dreamer thinks that the fortune teller is a minion. That is false. Alright, other dreamer is also a big liar. Okay. Alright, original baker is good. Judge is good. Slayer is... oh, right, there was only 1 outcast. Alright, well, that's a good stopping point. Got another 25. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.